Rahula continued the practice of patience. Although Rahula had made a vow to observe the precepts, guard his speech carefully, and devote himself to the cultivation of secret discipline, the Buddha still instructed Sariputta to continually restrain and guide Rahula through daily duties. In accordance with the Buddha's instruction, Sariputta assigned Rahula the task of sweeping and cleaning the monastery grounds. One day, after completing his assigned duties, Rahula went to the assembly hall to listen to the Buddha's Dhamma talk. But it was already evening when he returned to his room. Upon arrival, Rahula discovered that a visiting monk, following the direction of the monastery steward, had moved Rahula's robes and alms bowl outside and occupied his room for the night. Because Rahula had vowed to practice silent and restraint in accordance with secret discipline, he said nothing. He gathered his robes and bowl and went to sit quietly in the courtyard. Suddenly, heavy rain began to pour down. Carrying his robes and bowl, Rahula moved into the latrine to take shelter from the rain. Because of the storm, flood water rose and filled a snake's burrow nearby. Seeking refuge, the snake crawled into the latrine. Due to the darkness, Rahula remained motionless and did not see the snake. Likewise, because of the flood and darkness, the snake did not realize that a person was inside. That same evening, someone informed the Buddha that Rahula's room had been taken by a visiting monk and that Rahula might be sheltering from the rain in the latrine. The Buddha immediately went in search of Rahula. When a lamp was shown into the latrine, the Buddha saw Rahula sitting quietly in one corner, hugging his knees, while the snake lay coiled in another corner. With the light present, the snake remained still. The Buddha called Rahula out and led him back to the monastery. The next morning, the Buddha assembled the Sangha and established a regulation allowing novices to share living quarters with fully ordained monks. From that time onward, Rahula shared a room with Sariputta, and the teacher and disciple lived closely together. One day, the two went out on alms round together. Out of greater respect for the fully ordained monk than for the novice, donors offered fine food to Sariputta, while Rahula received food of lesser nutritional value, such as sesame residue, vegetables, and beans. Although Rahula had already vowed to practice patience and purify body and mind, the latent habits that had long been suppressed now found an opportunity to arise. At an age of growth needing nourishment, Rahula returned from alms round with a visibly sorrowful expression. The Buddha asked him the reason, and Rahula reported what had occurred. The Buddha taught Rahula to respect elders and further explained that one who goes forth does not live for food, but eats only to sustain life. Eating is for survival, not for indulgence. Therefore, the Buddha advised Rahula to focus on cultivation rather than be overly concerned with food, reminding him that food is merely medicine to cure hunger. However, the Buddha also instructed Sariputta to pay attention to Rahula's health and ensure that the young monk received sufficient nourishment appropriate to his age.